Minions have spawned.
Okay. Let's do 10. Oh, one thing I'd like to say, like, when playing against Senna, is that I try to like not be like directly parallel to the minions. Cause like it's easy for her to hit and stack, especially now that she has like the rune. Is she using that rune? How do I see the runes? Can I see the runes? Whatever, but basically like everything, every item, every rune right now is working very well for Senna. Makes it easier for her to stack. So like you try not to like get hit by like these parallel ECQs. And that's like what I usually like try to do when I'm playing against the Senna or like, anybody that like has like a kind of like a skill shot that like goes through something. I try not to be parallel, like too parallel to the minions, like a Bard or a Senna or Misfortune. Yeah, like they're like I would like you see like this guy's already like over here around this side of the map. You should try to play around here because you can get the minions. You can pressure here if he needs to be, right? And then take into account Senna's low attack speed. You can actually like min-maxing by like going for like these little trades, which might not sound like a lot, but because you are in like the favorable position, like there's more minions on your side, it's good to think about like trading a bit of your HP now because they will take a lot more like damage because of, like all the minions around you. And like I'm assuming you don't even have to hands diff him. You can do like hands like equal, but because of how much like a longer range and stronger Caitlyn is early, you can get away with like doing this kind of things. So try to play here around this side, especially since like this is early level, and ideally of course you won't get like a 3 camp ganked, which when playing to Nocturne it's very rare to get 3 camp ganked, but in the case that you do get 3 camp ganked, right, playing here is still nicer-ish since you do have like you can walk down here a bit more, but Joe will probably get caught, but who gives a fuck, that's his support, right? But anyways, you have like a bigger wave pushing here, and if you're playing here, right, this side, the moment the Morgana walks here, you're already cooked. Like she can land or something. But if you're starting from here, you'll be safe from her. You'll also be safe from like her like free Q poke. You'll be able to farm normally. You'll be able to pressure him, try to pressure Senna, and then you'll be able to like walk back here. And by the time she gets here, you're actually a bit further down here, so it's kind of hard for her to hit you. But of course, that means Joe's cooked. But you know, like that's Joe's job to like take up this space. Yeah, again, like you have more minions and you're playing too scared. I think maybe because you got hit by Senna a few times, but the thing about Senna is like I think it's just like your positioning. Just like here, you know that they don't have any spells. But you don't go try to like poke them like what I would do is I would go here and I'll like hit them here. And yes, you can be wary of Senna W. Oh no, Senna already used W, but you don't have to worry about that. Just walk up here and hit them. There's no point in like hitting them in this shear, because unless you're looking to like fast like clear and you want to reset the wave and you can go home, which you're not gonna do. I'm pretty sure you're not gonna do this. Like, it's better to just take the free poke. And anyways, health remains on their side. We'll start making a slow push, right? Slow push. By the time the slow push reaches here, you can kind of tell that either Kayn has recalled and he might go back down for a clear and into a gank, or you can get a free cheetah recall because of that, right? But when I play Caitlyn, usually I try not to get too much cheetah recalls, because getting like BF sword power spike if you're buying a BF sword item first, or a pickaxe power spike if you're buying a pickaxe item first, is like really good. Anyway, it's like these little things that like usually I do to help myself like win lane. Generally here, because you're like super slow, he's not able to do shit. What I would usually try to do is like I'll try to push out the wave like really quickly. It's better to take a cheetah recall here. Even though I said like usually I don't take cheetah recalls, because you know like Kate really wants it like pickaxe power spike. In a situation where like you're either forced to play a very unsafe lane because your support's cooked, it's better to just push out and get a cheetah recall. You see here, like it's okay. Vision is okay because Morgana missed and he didn't like go for Joe. But realistically, you're losing on waves, right? You're losing on XP, and you're forced to play like mechanically much better at a opponent, which is, you know, I know like maybe sometimes you see me doing that and you do it a lot too, but generally rule of thumb, like most people will be able to do this like very consistently. So I like advise you to like not do this, but of course like the greed, I understand the greed. Also here I don't really understand like why we're switching targets to Senna, especially like since you're not using the E on the Senna. Like if you want to switch target, the only reason I'll tell you switch target Senna is to E backwards, so she won't like kite you down and kill you, or like I'll just full commit on this guy immediately, right? So let's go back here a bit. Kinda want to see the fight. Again, like also another thing is like you throw your Q right when Morgana was going here, which I feel like the thing with a lot of Caitlyn games is that a lot of the times the players like they don't realize that there's a moment of like being stunned when you're queuing, right? And that little moment it, like can like decide a game. It's like that like little advice, that like little thing you can think about. Here you hit once, okay. Hit and putting a trap down. Even though I think like putting a trap down is nice and all, in this situation, it's okay-ish. But since you're really low, I wouldn't recommend like putting a trap down like preemptively like that. I think it's better for you to try to go for like EW to Q or EQ combo immediately rather than using a trap, because you're wasting time. But still, you know, this is like a fight, and like preemptively putting a W down, it's not the worst thing in the world. But I think it's better to just do the EW or EQ rather than to risk this play. But it's okay. Here, I think you got lucky. No, you didn't get lucky. Oh yeah, and you didn't factor into it like Morgana's shield, but that's alright. You just need headshot damage, right? And here, like, I'm not entirely sure why you walk up like towards this side. Like, I understand like you wanna stay away from this side, right? But I think it's better to just like move a little up, like up here, and you can hit this guy again, since you'll be far away from this guy. Because if you go here, boom, you're in danger. And yes, even though the Senna did Q, right? The Senna did Q, you're like parallel with him now. Just bad for both of you. Anyways, and then here, like, you did this, which is like you hit him, and then I don't know why you fucking walk back, but like you're lucky you walk back. I'm pretty sure he would have killed you if you didn't walk back, if you walk forward. And you eat him because I'm assuming that you wanted to get that damage. I just went away. Did you use the sum yet? No, I didn't use the sum. But I would assume that he might have used the sum if he had done that. And you would be in a safer spot as well. Okay. Now you're stuck playing this very, very like unsafe lane. You know, if the Senna has a range, she would like be more forward. Yeah, but here as well. Even though I do agree that like Joe fucked up by getting hit and by playing like they're on this side with super near you. I also think that generally staying in this side is a bad play. It's a really bad play. Cause hold on, let's go back again. Right. Wave is pushing towards you, right? You're queuing minions that aren't getting killed, actually. Like, not the ones that are like in risk of you losing your CS. Okay. Wave is pushing towards you. There's a lot of like empty space here. You can get hit by it. Instead of like immediately walking back, which I understand. I guess you want to take this, but this thing is a lot tankier than you think. It'll still be alive by the time like it comes over here, right? But you walk into this space and it's very dangerous. And by walking forward, not only are you putting yourself at risk, but also psychologically you're kind of baiting Joe as well a bit. Like, even though like he should know better, you're also kind of baiting him a little. And here, right, you walking down, I'm not sure if like, you know, like you preemptively wanted to dodge that, or like it's just like instinct, but you could have been hit here and you don't have the range or the damage right now, especially since you just use your spell on the wave, right? You can't kill this guy, he has flash. You can't E out because he rooted you, let's say, right? And you would need to do like a double headshot, which I assume you don't have headshot right now. Yeah, you don't have headshot right now. Yeah. And anyways, you missed the minute anyway, so like, a trick I use like to think of is like essentially shooting a wave. Like, let's say you shoot the wave like one by one by one by one, like you're not like hitting them all often, right? You can save the headshot for like the minions that are hard to kill near the turret. Or you can charge up by hitting minions a lot of times, so that when you need to have a headshot to like kill a minion it's hard to kill near the tower, you can have it. And now you're in this awkward spot because if you at least had Joe or something, or like let's say you didn't take any bad, no, let's say you took all the bad fights and you stayed and you did bait Joe into dying, right? Usually what's gonna happen is you're gonna crash your wave here, but you'll be able to clean it up quickly because you have spells and you're like a bit safer with Joe. They're gonna take one plating, they're gonna go home. If they're gonna greed, over time, like you'll have your chance to go back anyway later. But right now you're fucked because you gotta start building a slow push over here, and then you're too weak to like fully push it out.
Yeah.
You're gonna lose minions, you're gonna lose XP, and like it's just really hard for you to play in because Senna, she wants to play in that like safe lane, right? And the two ways she can play in a safe lane is where she has a giant wave pushing in towards you while she's healthy, right? Or she can just be here and like farm in this area. And that same goes for you as well, right? Like if you're on a scale, you can either play safe around your own place or be healthy and play around here. The difference is you're much stronger when you're playing and when you're healthy and you're playing around here, since you have a lot of poke and you have like a lot of range and your damage output is really high. So you need to think about that, like what Caitlyn does best. Not to mention she has fleet, so her sustain's gonna be really good in lane. Which means like it just means that ever so slightly every time you see a chance to hit her when her fleet is off or like she can't trade back, you have to do it. Especially because Senna's really strong this patch. Yeah. Here there's not much can you do really. Here actually I would suggest you to honestly I would suggest like ask Joe to keep the wave steady here, right? Because now that there's two people here and they're both healthy, they're not gonna fucking go home, right? So you ask Joe to stay, make sure he doesn't die. He keeps the wave like intact and you go home, right? If you see them going home, immediately push it out, immediately. And by immediately I mean you have to push it out as well. You can't just leave Joe to push it out, because if you leave Joe to push it out, you go home. The moment you come back, Joe's gonna be here and you're gonna be stuck. You're gonna be stuck playing a game where they're a lot richer than you. They have more items. But you're forced to play this game like where they can safely farm, but you're not that strong to poke enough because they have more items than you, right? But if you help push it out with Joe, the moment they come back, they'll push it out, tuck tuck tuck, and it'll be here, or at least neutral here. This, no, there's not really much to do. The wave's already fucked. Especially since you haven't backed. I think I just trap placement, but that's like more champion mastery than the game and anything. Yeah. And there's a lot of that's okay. Anyways, sure, there's not much you can do. You need to push it out a bit more, but you don't know where Nocturne is. They have so much ward, too low HP. It's just fucked from like little mistakes she did at the beginning. Here, I think we probably hand stiff them. Let's check. Okay. Okay, she just walks through the trap, I guess. She walks into another trap. Okay. No, yeah, nah. I don't think you did anything crazy. But you did well. I think it's just they're really stupid. Did you die or did you kill anybody? If you kill somebody here, let's see what happens. Oh, I remember this one. Yeah, here, like, Joe fucked it up. Yeah, Joe fucked it up. I remember this one, Joe fucked it up. You played the hands pretty well. Wow. But anyways, yeah. But yeah, no. That's hand stiff, I suppose. How'd you die here? Or here. Here's like, I think your big problem is like you're too focused on this to forget about this, right? The thing about being ADC, it's like it's 99 times better. Like you need to think about like the rewards, right? Although back then I would say I would like do everything for every kill, I would say nowadays I'm a bit more like risk. I can assess my risk better, and so I think here you didn't assess your risk well enough, because yes, a Nocturne is low, and yes, Nocturne is like you probably kill Nocturne, but let's go back a bit. Okay, you hit double trap. You used all your abilities, and he's just under half HP. And I used all your abilities actually. Use all your abilities. He's just almost under half HP. Which means that you probably need like another rotation of your abilities, or like the amount of damage of like another rotation of your abilities to kill him. Which means like he's not like one or two hits, right? But then you have people here. But yes, Senna is far. But Morgana does have like long range, and Senna also has long range as well. So here, you get hit, right? You get hit. Joe doesn't know what to do, because Uh, I don't know why Joe went here, but as well as it's also, you should also be thinking about yourself, because let's say Joe was here, right? One thing he could do was really help kill somebody, but he won't really be able to save you. And boom, you don't forgot about Nocturne ult, Morgana ult, and boom, really everybody's on top of you. You're done zone. These little things you need to think about, because let's say you were here, right? Morgana could Q, Morgana could ult. A Nocturne maybe could ult and try to kill you, but at least he'll be in like this area, or like he'll be hit to the tower, and you can still hit him as well, right? And you'll probably trade because he's like lowest HP. And the thing with support, I think you need to understand, like, you need to look at calls, right? And you need to be able to assess, like, is this fight winnable? I think that's like the biggest mistake a lot of people do, is like they tend to go like follow the team all the time, which I'm not saying like you should like leave your team. You should follow your team sometimes, but these are bad plays, right? These are some bad plays, so don't follow Joe. If he's walking up here, you don't have to like telephone and walk up with him, kinda, right? If he wants to save himself, he can walk here, right? You just make sure you're safe. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't always have to kill somebody immediately, but you need to make sure that anybody near you is unable to hit you, or you're strong enough to kill them before they hit you. Okay, I don't care about that. Okay, got 2 kills here. Let's say you did it. Okay. How did you get 2 kills here? I think it was just hand stiff. Okay. Yeah, it's just fucking there. Yeah, it's just hand stiff. Can I rewatch that again? Yeah. Wow, that's his hands. If you just walked into that trap set down a few seconds ago. Wow. Okay. That's not really something you can care about. I would argue that this is a bold play. Let's rewatch that again. Yeah, you have no vision on enemy support. I think am I playing mid? Am I dead? I think I'm playing mid. Yeah, I'm dead. I'm dead. TF has like presence on the map. And your jungler's dead as well. It's right now it's 2v2, but it's potentially 2v4, right? And you're walking up here. The mistake was taking this fight in general. That's the huge mistake. No, I think you could have won this. I think you'd have been able to trade 2 for 2. That's what I think. That's like the best case scenario. Moving on. Okay. It's a gank. Okay, yeah. Here. You put traps down. You put traps down. But for some reason... Okay, let's watch that again. You just used your E. You put traps down. But for some reason, instead of like playing here, right, you're walking out even further. And let's say like you're doing this because you want to hurt your E as well. But you don't even have E anymore. You can't do the combo anymore. So you just put yourself in more danger. Even though you already put 2 traps here. And boom. You're cooked. Suddenly the second trap doesn't exist anymore because he puts you in a realm. And boom. Yep. Goodbye. Yeah. Anyways, that's that. Let's see what else there. Okay, that's fine. How did you kill this guy? Oi. I would argue the E is questionable. I mean, I guess like if you want the damage or like the headshot, but I still think it's much better to like just use it to run away, or, like make distance from here and here. Let's watch it again slow mo. Let me see your sums as well, like cooldowns. Okay. So you have E ready, okay. You dodge it, nice. You hit it. Okay. And I don't know why you're walking here instead of walking here. And here I guess you're just walking here because like you want to hit him. That makes kind of sense, but I think it's still better to go here. I don't know. Wait, what are you doing actually? This little moment. I don't think it's right to like try to hit this guy, cause you're not gonna kill that guy anyway. Yeah, he has a lot of tanky items. It's better to just focus this like one here or focus his guy. Yeah, he used to Q there, hit there. Yeah. It's okay-ish. But there's like some little improvements you can do.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
That's just unfortunate. It's just a bit of a too strong and hands div, I suppose. Yeah, that's about it.